Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Chicago Philippine Reports TV, still the #1 Filipino show in the Midwest. I'm Girly Pascual. Welcome to our show. Today we have all the top stories from the Philippines. We also have what's happening in our own Filipino-American community of Chicago. We have interesting interviews led by our very own executive producer, Miss Veronica Layton. We have Bridget Cotero Carino. All these are coming up and more afterward from our sponsors. Please stay with us.
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
Eight Filipino crewmen from the bulk carrier Eternity Sea, attacked by Houthi rebels in the Red Sea, are confirmed to have been rescued. This was shared by Migrant Workers Secretary Hans Kakdak, who said the ship has sunk. He also said government is confirming reports that 3 to 4 sailors were killed in that attack. The vessel was crewed by 22 people, including the Filipino captain. All but one are Filipinos.
Sa ngayon, mayroong good news kasi umakyat na sa 8 yung nakitang mga Pilipino dito sa mula sa barkong Eternity Sea, mga tripulante ng Eternity Sea. At may tatlong, in other words, may tatlo pang nahanap, kaya 8 na sila ngayon at hindi ko lang i-disclose kung anong current location nila, but rest assured they are safe. Sa ngayon, ang License Planning Agency at ang principal ay nakasuspinde pending further investigation. Ito ay for the purpose of baka kasi makapag-board pa sila ng mga Pilipino sa mga barko maglalayag sa delikadong lugar katulad ng Red Sea at Gulf of Aden. So, nakasuspindi po sila ngayon.
In a televised address, a Houthi military spokesperson said their forces have rescued the ship's crew and brought them to a safe location. But the U.S. Embassy in Yemen denounced the action as a kidnapping. Meanwhile, the DMW has tightened requirements for vessels entering high-risk zones. These include reporting risk assessments and the mandatory presence of armed guards and maritime escorts.
We're not happy, of course, with the way things turned out in terms of pinabiyahe yung mga tripulante sa high-risk zone. Our initial investigation reveals that these were all not observed. 2 beses nag-traverse sa Red Sea. At least 2 counts of violations.
The secretary added they have already spoken with the families of the crew members and are preparing to provide assistance as directed by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. ABS-CBN News also reached out to the family of one of the crew members. They said their priority for now is to receive clearer information about the situation. The Iran-backed group has defended the attack on Eternity Sea, saying the Greek-operated Liberia-flagged vessel violated the ban on dealing with Israel. The statement comes as the Houthis released footage of the sinking ship. This is not the first time Houthis have taken mariners hostage. In 2023, the rebels seized and held the crew of the ship Galaxy Leader. They were released in early 2025.
Magic says this vessel is engaged in lawful passage and requests you do not impede my safe passage. Over.
Captain, if you keep ignoring Yemen Naval Forces contact and instructions, you will bear all responsibility.
The Yemeni rebels were also behind Sunday's attack on another ship, the Magic Seas.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is motor vessel Magic Seas, Delta 5, Golf, Papa 6. The vessel needs immediately assistance. Mayday, mayday, mayday. What type of assistance you need? Rescue, rescue. The vessel will be abandoned. I need rescue for my crew.
The Filipino crew of that vessel were rescued before it sank following a missile and drone attack. All of them are safe and are set to return to the Philippines on Friday.
The Philippine Coast Guard started its technical site assessment in Taal Lake Thursday for the continued search for the missing cockfighters. Department of Justice Assistant Secretary Nico Clavano said the technical site assessment will have to be done first before the actual deep dive into the lake.
we can expect na yung tubig ay medyo hindi masyadong clear, no? Medyo murky. Pero dahil po sa mga equipment na pinapahiram po sa atin ng PCG at mga equipment na ipapahiram ng hopefully ng Japanese government at iba pang mga ahensya at departamento ng gobyerno, we are quite confident that we can get a good picture of what it looks like down there.
Clavano said it's still possible to find bodies in Taal Lake. He added that the government is not only relying on the testimony of whistleblower Julie Patidongan, who said the victims were buried in Taal Lake, but other credible informants as well.
Yes, may mga nagsasabi po. They indicated certain factors, no? Dahil what we're dealing with now is more fresh water. Yung mga dating searches were done in salt water. So there are experts advising us on what we should be looking for.
Clavano added that even without bodies, the DOJ still intends to move from kidnapping and serious illegal detention charges to murder.
We do hope to see remains that will match the DNA of those missing cockfight enthusiasts. However, even if we do not find the bodies, what we have to prove is the fact of death. No? That is what is important in a murder case.
The mayor of Talisay Town, however, hopes the search for the Sabongeros will be over soon, as livelihood of fishermen are already affected.
Gusto namin dito sa Talisay, pati na yung kasama na rin yung mga karatig bayan ay mabilisan itong maayos at apektado na yung kabuhayan ng aming mga kababayan dito. Kaya hanggat maaari, ayaw na namin patagalin pa ang ganitong mga issue.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is a perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
Via Times, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. Via Times for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. Via Times has very interesting columnists. You name it, Via Times has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call Via Times at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of this show. Today, I have a very beautiful guest. And she was here before. You must be familiar with her face by now. And she's also, you should be really familiar because she's one of the Via Times writers these days. And she is really doing a lot of things at the same time. And she's enjoying it also at the same time. Okay. All right. Okay, welcome to our show, Miss Nirmala Johnson.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing me back again to your show. Thank you.
Nirmala, I want to congratulate you first thing for your new organization, Lions Club organization. Um, um, and it is the newest, the babyest Lions
Yeah.
Club in our community, correct?
Mhm.
All right.
Yes, it's been 5 months old since we were first installed sometime in February. So we were like barely half a year old.
All right. Okay. Nirmala, will you please talk to our viewing audience about this new Lions Club, which is really exciting a lot of community members in our community, um,
Mhm.
in which you are serving as the treasurer, right?
Yeah, treasurer and the
The
founding member
co-founder,
of this charter. Yeah, yeah, the
founder,
founding member,
treasurer.
mhm, part of the one of the board of trustee for it.
First thing, what's the name of the club?
It's the Chicago Diverse Intergenerational Lions Club. And we specifically named it that way because most of our members have never been exposed to Lions Club. And most of them are what we call it members of, it's what we call like Filipinos married to foreigners. So you will see most of the names there are with foreign last name. It's because this is the goal of our organization. We welcome other nationalities of different backgrounds, of different religions and sexual orientations. And that's why we call it the diversity that is within. And then the intergenerational is because we want this organization to continue even beyond after our age have already passed the level of where we can be active to this organization.
So not just exclusively Filipino, correct?
No, no, we have members who are Swedish. We have members who are German. We have members who are Eastern Europeans, Italians, Greek, Asians. So it's like we are all in the basket of a what we call, if it's in a buffet, intercontinental Asian buffet. We are all mixed up together.
What is actually the mission?
Our mission is to be able to help other charters in a way that we commit ourselves to involving into the organizations where the community is committed to helping. So we partner with Alzheimer's Association of America under one of our member, Sarah Straczynski, who happened to be executive director of one of the facility. And we partner with Giant Step, which is a very big organization for the autism spectrum. We partner with Habitat for Humanity, which is, of course, everybody knows what is a Habitat for Humanity. And we partner with the Planet Earth organization movement, where we also take care of the planet Earth. And every individual of our of Lions organization or charter, when they needed our help, our services, our financial support, we will be there to help them in any way we can. So we are definitely be of help to them. Our goal is to coordinate with others and just not within our organizations, but to expand our wings to other and reach out in whatever capacity we can to help them.
All right. Okay. So you mentioned something about spectrum of autism, right?
Autism spectrum under the leadership and the CEO, Dr. Alice Smith. So she happened to be one of our guest speaker in one of the meetings that we have in Oakbrook in Lions Club International. Then, true enough, I approached her because I was already doing back then at UNICEF when I was still back in Philippines. We did help UNICEF with my coordination with other big corporations. And so since I saw the needs, I saw that there is a lot of the autism spectrum individuals who needs help after the age of 22. And she have at the moment is government funded, but they needed more than that after they reached 21 years old. So I reached out to her and I told her we can help. I know organizations, I know pharmaceutical companies that I can connect them with. We can do fundraising to help build a housing for these individuals and for those who are in need of their help 22 above.
Do you believe that the autism problem these days,
Yeah.
really is
Mhm.
caused by the COVID vaccination?
I don't think so
Have
because
you heard
even
about
prior, no, because even prior, from my own understanding and from my own research, you may know my husband is a doctor and my in-laws are doctors too. So I myself, an avid reader of all of this, what I call myself, I'm not in the medical field, but I'm tenacious to understanding the research based on my own understanding with a common language. I might not be a scientific, but most of this studies that I have found, it is not really about vaccinations because this, even before the vaccination, even before all of this COVID, specifically with COVID vaccinations, there were already autisms out there, autistic out there. I guess genetic plays or some kind of the environmental thing or any underlying disease while they were still in birth, but I'm not very sure about that. I'm not a medical professional, I'm not a pharmacist, I'm not a scientist, so I cannot speak on that one. I'm just saying based on what I have read, scientifically it has nothing to do with vaccination. That is my own understanding.
Great, terrific. You have a gala, big gala
Upcoming.
coming up
Mhm.
soon, and what's in the offing?
Oh, it's that's going to be on the 29th. Is we are still working with the script. I'm helping out creating the script. I will be most likely off of the on the back door of this. You won't be able to see me. I'm behind the curtain. I'm going to be helping the president, Geraldine Gaydon, with the goal of being installed with the new members and being able to convey to our donors who will be available at that night to help us, to attend the event, is to convey our thoughts, our visions, our mission. And it's more of, I can say, our strategy to inform the public of why we are installed as a lion and how are we going to roll our sleeves to be able to deliver what our goal is in this organization.
Great, terrific. Okay. Um, wow, you're such a busy woman. Uh, Besides getting involved yourself with other service organizations,
Mhm.
you're also involved with some community organizations.
Yeah.
And uh, the last one that you involved yourself with was the Philippine
Independence Week Committee.
Committee's essay writing contest. Can you mention about that?
Oh, so this is started last year. I think Geraldine was the committee head, a chairperson, and she know for a fact my background as a speechwriter, and did she ask me as one of the committee member and ask me if I can help judging those essay write-ups from the kids, and I kindly said absolutely yes I will, and I'm grammar conscious and also I asked her about what is the objective and so forth and so on. So that was my first year as a committee one of the committee member in the PIWC. Unfortunately, last year I wasn't able to attend, but I was able to attend this year, and then this is my second year as one of the judges for the essay writing contest. And I have seen kids who are very passionate about writing, and I really look at them like when I was young, I like to write and that kind of stuff. I can see, yes, I was the uh, I serve as a judge, one of the judges for the essay writing contest.
All right. Okay. So, besides being involved with some organizations out there, you you are also involved with your business,
Yeah.
which is in healthcare business, and what else you're involved?
Well, I don't know if we are friends in Facebook. You may have seen the latest one that we had, the project with Habitat for Humanity, where I was also involved in their fundraising. We have this gala night every year where we auction, paintings, and we also auctioned like sculpture. And fortunate enough, this year I was very, very proud of myself for I was able to sponsor one of those sculpture that was displayed currently in our in downtown here in Elgin, where it's in by the River Walk, and that is something that I'm very proud of because it was objectively sponsored in memory of my parents, and that is probably one of my greatest fulfillment that I can say the least for this year. In spite of all of these things that I am doing, at least somehow I make my parents up in heaven proud of me. I am their baby. So I'm very happy about that, and I'm very proud of what I did in the
Okay,
memory of
one
them.
last question, Miss Nirmala. In
Mhm.
spite of all those things that you've been doing, and how are you able to tackle all these things at all at the same time?
You know what? I can tell you something. You can only do so much, but when you don't do and when you cannot do things, there's always a help out there. Do not be afraid to ask assistance from others. And I'm very proud because my staff in here, even though they know it's personal sometimes on the things that I am doing that is outside of the work, like this charity work that I am doing, they are very, very gracious of their time, and they are very, very happy to help me and assist me. Now question is, am I able to tackle all of this? Absolutely yes, with the help of other people. I cannot just do this by myself. I have other staff here to help me, and then plus of course the support of my husband, and that alone is already big top on my shoulder.
Very good, very good.
Mhm.
Super, super talented, super lady. And
Mhm.
I salute you for all those things that you're doing for the
Thank
community.
you.
And
Thank you.
I wish you good luck and
Thank you.
more power to you, Miss Nirmala Johnson. All
Thank you
right.
very much. Thank you.
Very enjoyable. Interview interview with you, Nirmala, and
Thank you.
hanggang sa muli. Maraming salamat sa iyo. At
Maraming salamat.
maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. At ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye, Miss Nirmala.
Bye-bye. You have a good day. Thank you.
Okay.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is a prayer and a reminder. All we have is now. Anak, umuwi ka na.
Worldwide this morning, growing concern over a growing health crisis.
The World Health Organization has just declared that this is a pandemic.
Hi. I can't hug you. Don't touch me. Over the last several days, we have seen peaceful demonstrations.
Protests over police brutality continued here in Austin.
Remember when you started going to college? You came home a liberal?
Dad, please.
That's what we do to you guys. It was good.
All these people that we never met and never will meet because of what had happened to them. It's just too much.
The way that our family communicates is not necessarily, it's not great.
What advice would you give for those of us that are struggling?
Deal with it.
I think the norm for our community has been to just stay silent and keep to your own business.
I could definitely be doing more than I'm doing right now, and I know that others can as well.
What if someone is called from God to be an activist?
I can answer that question.
Shouting revolution, oh wow, breaking each tradition.
You don't believe in the Black Lives Matter movement?
An advocacy group reporting at least 3,800 anti-Asian hate incidents since last March.
I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, maybe I should move home and be here with them.
I hope that this moment makes you take a step forward and a step together in the right direction. In order for a subject to not be taboo in our community, there always has to be someone to start that conversation.
Yeah. You speak up for me when I can't speak up for myself. And I've seen you do that for other people.
I see a lot of people who just kind of cut off friends and family, and I don't think I can do that. I love my parents. This is a symbol of our voices. If you look at your neighbors around you, you will see who stands with you, who stands for you.
At least I know that you can stand up. That's the thing I'm so happy about.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today, I have a very interesting and very popular, respected and renowned individual in our community. This woman is really very interesting, and she has been doing a lot of work in humanitarian contributions through medical mission. Her name is Miss Nora Chai. Do you know her? It's very
Good afternoon, people.
very popular.
Good afternoon, Vero.
Hi, Nora. Welcome to our show.
Thank you for this.
You have been around the community, the Filipino-American community of Chicago, and you are really doing a wonderful work out there serving the community.
Thank you.
And that work is as a medical missionary. Ms.
Thank you.
Nora has been doing medical missionary work through the years. And let's hear from her because she's on her way to retirement, she's saying, and through all this work. Hi, Nora. Welcome to our show.
Vero. Hi, Cprtv. Thank you for giving me this privilege to be interviewed about our project in the Philippines.
Yes,
Thank you.
I'm very thankful that you are gracing our show today. Nora, okay, can you please share with us some of the exciting and interesting experiences that you've done through medical mission?
Well, actually, this dream of being able to help marginalized kababayans started when after graduation, I worked at the USC Charity Hospital in the pediatric section of the hospital. and I saw the poverty and the need of the people because they didn't have money to cover the expenses in the hospital. And I promised that if I will be lucky in the future to have the kind of funding, I'll be able to help them. And that's how it began. My commitment with the Philippine Medical Association of Chicago started in 2005. So that would be 25 years. So I've been joining their mission through the years. And then, of course, I adapted other projects and we did outreach projects with my family members on a smaller scale. And it just, I guess, got bigger, better, and more fulfilling for the family. So, and the last one was actually after we had an accident in 2018, and I did promise because we were survivors that I would do payatas, which was in my bucket list, anyways, and Baseco. So I was able to do that. Baseco was this year in February 16, 2025. And I think promises that I gave out to friends that I would do the mission, it has been fulfilled. And I think that's going to be my last one because I'm already going to be 80 this year.
Well, yes, because you've been doing it through the years, and maybe you are really getting sick. I mean, really tired of doing this.
Oh, it's time for me to attend to our personal stuff, at home and even start downsizing, I guess, and start moving and make life simple.
So professional, you are a nurse.
Oh, yes, I forgot to mention that.
You'll
The
be
bachelor's
working
degree.
as a nurse. And that's why you are doing a medical mission in your.
Oh, yes, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I have a bachelor's degree from University of Santo Tomas. And I did work throughout in the ICU, CCU area of, in nursing. That's what I primarily did with my profession. Anyways, but then I sort of just joined the registry when I married Fred, so I was just registry or part-time through the years, maybe like working 2 days a week or once a week just to keep my license in order.
All right. And so out of your retirement is when you thought of doing this philanthropic work actually. And and this is just for the Philippines or what? Have you done other countries for your medical missions?
Not really. I was going to join the Bolivia group, but for some reason it did not happen. But my heart also was if I have to go to another country, I would rather go to the Philippines and touch different areas in the Philippines because we really, really need help. I mean, the people do need help as far as medical, surgical, even dental, even as simple as circumcision. There's just so much that the Filipino people can benefit from doing the mission in our country.
I think you're still young to retire from what you're doing.
Veronica, I'm gonna be 80 this year.
You're still young. Yeah, look at you. You still look so pretty.
We will still continue to contribute, participate, but nothing big anymore because this last one was actually our Thai medical, dental, and surgical mission. And it was really, it was successful and it was really big. But I was lucky because we had a lot of good, dynamic donors and volunteers. So I couldn't have done it without them anyway. So it was really very fulfilling and a good experience, a very good experience for the family members who joined us, which is our children and grandchildren.
Yeah, you also have your children and in-laws, right?
Yes. Even our 4 years old was distributing goods, and she was just became a different person. She's usually throw a temper tantrum, but in the mission, none of that. She was going around distributing goodies, snacks, loaf of bread. She was just simply happy doing it. And she asked me if I'm gonna do the mission again. Not not that she knows what mission really means, but she did ask me if we can do it again.
That's
So
very nice. A very good example to show your children and grandchildren how to help other people. And
yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
you have mentioned a little
That
while.
they will continue that.
Very good.
So, anyways, yeah, it is a good feeling that, you know, actually the I always say the phrase, and Brian actually wrote it down in the book that they wrote for about the mission. And I would summarize it by saying, this mission, even if you do the medical, giving the medicines, or well, the dental, which is good, but the surgical is more of a life-changing procedure for the kids because of the cleft lip or upper palate or removal of the tumor. And the goods distribution for me is actually just temporary in the sense that you just give them a good day for one day. And I always say it's like a speck of light that we are able to give to our kababayans because their lives they're living is dark. They're in the dark. And but for the people, they really what do you call it, a yearning for like food. So that one day doing the goods distribution is like fiesta for them. And to me, it's like it's a speck of light that I give them to those lives who are in the dark. A lot of the children even go through garbage to look for food. So when you give them something good, like even simple carne norte, they'd say, sarap lola, kasi mas masarap kaysa sa basura. That I was told to me by a girl, and I always remember that.
Okay. Talking, you were talking earlier about these places that you went to, the Maseco and the Payatas. Can you please explain to our viewing audience what these places are in the Philippines?
Okay, make it quick. Payatas is known as a Smoky Mountain. Payatas was a garbage dump, and it became so huge, like, well, it's like a mountain or mountain hill. And a lot of the people do live on the base of the garbage, or most of them would live on top of the garbage because that is their source of livelihood. They do recycling, and a lot of them just live on top of the garbage dump. So it was emitting methane, so that's why they called it Smoky Mountain. But one day it erupted and then buried a lot of people. From what I understand, 700 people were buried alive, and that is Payatas. The garbage now has been moved to Montalban, so they have cleared up that area and it's fenced. So I don't know what the project is going to be for that one. And then Baseco is actually, I really don't know the details, but it's called Bataan Shipping Engineering Company, which was started by the Marcoses. And I guess it was maybe a dockyard, a shipping, or I don't know, maybe Philippines was doing business in Asia, or maybe I was even thinking maybe that was the time they were doing something with Bataan project. And but then when Cory Aquino came into power, she sequestered the whole area. Then eventually, when the time for former President GMA, she sequestered, I'm sorry, Cory Aquino sequestered, and then GMA took it back and then opened up the area for our kababayans to be able to reside there, I guess, I don't want to use the word squatter, but they were allowed to live there, for free. So there was an influx of a lot of people from the south, and it became a residential community. But it is now the biggest poor urban community in the Philippines, Baseco. Or they have port area and they have also Tondo. That's Baseco.
Is there some kind of a kind of a hill or mountain that they built, or to live in?
No, Payatas, no. It was all garbage dump. That's why it became parang, hindi naman mountain, but just, a big amount, tall amount, I mean, many garbage disposals from different places. And so it became like a hillside. Now, Baseco, no, there's no mountain, or it's not a garbage dump area, but it's more residential area that it was open for the people of the Philippines to stay for free. So people came all over from the north, actually marami from Mindanao and the Visayas area.
And their daily living is by rummaging through the basura.
Yeah, the Baseco people, I mean, sorry, Payatas people, yes. That was their livelihood. They went through the garbage, and then they'll collect like plastic bottles, paper goods, that's being recycled. And of course, a lot of them, because they're hungry, they do search for food, leftover. So narinig mo yung, ano bang tawag doon, where they get the leftovers and then they stir fry it and then they sell it, or that's their food for the day. I forgot the term that they use, but they collect all the leftover food, like extra food from, McDonald's, Jollibee. Oops, sorry, I'm mentioning them, but something like that. I think you know the term, but anyway, so that was their livelihood.
I see. So, well, helping people like this, I'm sure really it makes a tug in your heart, and I really don't know how you could do it all these years, but must really be your humanitarian heart to be helping.
Yeah, it started many years ago, and actually, I was able to involve the kids, and we did small scale outreach, doing Hospicio de San Jose orphanage, and I took them also to some poor areas like even Tondo, and we did also Gawad Kalinga, which is in Bulacan and Parañaque, and if I am proud to say that we were able to help and build 50 homes for the people dislodged from the river of Marikina. And they were transferred to Towerville, which during our time, I think it's Sapangpalay. And those things happen without plans. It just happened. I guess I was meant to go back there and do something, because I did go to Sapangpalay when I was in senior year of my nursing profession. Anyway.
What tips can you give to our viewing audience, or for those people who want to follow your footsteps?
Oh no. Many times I also say, what am I doing here? When you do this charity work in the Philippines, it's like I've asked myself too, what is the government doing about this? But if you really look around, even the United States, we do encounter homeless people. So putting that aside, I just thought I will just do the best I can to be able to make a difference in someone's life. Never mind about politics, government, or whoever. That is my personal agenda with Fred and my family. And because it is a satisfying experience. It just so meaningful. I can't explain it to you, but to see a smile of a kid who was eating like the small amount of pancit we gave him, it's so hard to describe. Indescribable feeling. Happy. I'm really happy. Actually, that's why for many, many years I really don't talk about our charity project for the most part with the other people.
Well,
I just want to do it as I call that, diba, we have purpose in our lives. And when we had an accident, I think something was telling me that I have to give back more because we survived and we are alive. So.
all right, very good. Dora, I know you're
Yes,
very.
ma'am.
I thank you for gracing our show today. So we're running out of time, and I congratulate you for doing the good deed that you're doing for the people of our community in the Philippines, and also I've heard that you're going to be the recipient of the humanitarian award in this upcoming.
I don't know about that.
Correctly.
I don't know if I will qualify. It's
Congratulations
okay.
ahead of
Reward
time.
or no reward, I will continue.
I want to tell our viewing audience that Nora was a recipient of our the Viatime Cprtv Hall of Fame twice already, and the last one was she was the Woman of the Year for the Chicago Filipino Asian American Hall of Fame. All right, Nora, good luck to you and congratulations.
Thank you for your friendship. Thank you. I'll see you soon.
And more blessings for the coming years for you.
More blessings for all of us. God bless.
Thank you.
This is a prayer and a reminder. All we have is now. Anak, umuwi ka na.
Worldwide this morning, growing concern over a growing health crisis.
The World Health Organization has just declared that this is a pandemic.
Hi. I can't hug you. Don't touch me.
Over the last several days, we have seen peaceful demonstrations.
Protests over police brutality continued here in Austin.
Remember when you started going to college? You came home a liberal?
Dad, please.
That's what we do to you guys in school.
All these people that we never met and never will meet because of what had happened to them. It's just too much.
The way that our family communicates is not necessarily, it's not great.
What advice would you give for those of us that are struggling?
Deal with it.
I think the norm for our community has been to just stay silent and keep to your own business.
I could definitely be doing more than I'm doing right now, and I know that others can as well.
What if someone is called from God to be an activist?
I can answer that question.
Shouting revolution, oh wow, breaking each tradition.
You don't believe in the Black Lives Matter movement?
An advocacy group reporting at least 3,800 anti-Asian hate incidents since last March.
I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, maybe I should move home and be here with them.
I hope that this moment makes you take a step forward and a step together in the right direction.
In order for a subject to not be taboo in our community, there always has to be someone to start that conversation.
You speak up for me when I can't speak up for myself. And I've seen you do that for other people.
I see a lot of people who just kind of cut off friends and family, and I don't think I can do that. I love my parents.
This is a symbol of our voices. If you look at your neighbors around you, you will see who stands with you, who stands for you.
At least I know that you can stand up. That's the thing I'm so happy about.
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21 karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry.
Salamat po.
Good afternoon. This is Bridget Karina Quetter bringing you this week's local news from our community. Cook County Board President Tony Preckwinkle today announced the launch of the Cook County Property Tax System Daily Progress Tracker, a new webpage that allows the public to monitor progress and hold accountable both Tyler Technologies and the county's property tax offices of the Cook County Assessor, Board of Review, Clerk, and Treasurer, as they work to implement a new property tax system. This modernization effort is essential to fulfilling the office's collective fiduciary responsibilities to bill, collect, and distribute more than $18 billion in taxes each year for vital services such as schools, libraries, municipalities, and park districts. This property tax system project is a joint modernization effort by Cook County, the county separately elected property tax offices, and Tyler Technologies to replace decades-old technology with a unified platform that streamlines how property tax data is managed across agencies. The Illinois Department of Revenue is reminding taxpayers who missed the April 15, 2025 income tax filing deadline that it is not too late to file and that prompt action can help minimize penalties and interest if a balance is owed. When the filing deadline has passed, the longer you wait, the more it could potentially cost you due to penalties and interest, explained IDOR Director David Harris. Whether you owe money or are due a refund, it is important to get your return filed and take that first step. The original due date to file and pay Illinois individual income tax for calendar year is April 15, 2025. IDOR grants an automatic 6-month extension of time to file a return, and for those who file on a calendar year basis, the new due date is October 15, 2025. If taxpayers receive a federal extension of more than 6 months, they are automatically allowed that extension for Illinois. Governor J.B. Pritzker expresses deep concern over federal legislation cutting the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program and Medicaid, warning it will severely impact vulnerable Illinois residents. At an unrelated news conference Tuesday, Pritzker warned the so-called Big Beautiful Bill, working through the U.S. Congress, will severely impact vulnerable Illinois residents. The U.S. Senate moved the bill back over to the U.S. House. President Trump is aiming to sign the measure on Independence Day. Pritzker said more than 500,000 people in the state could lose essential services necessary for survival, including food assistance and health care. The Illinois Department of Public Health has announced an expansion of its list of zip codes where lead exposure testing is required for children who live within those areas. 180 new zip codes representing parts of 47 Illinois counties have been added to the list this year, bringing the total of high-risk zip codes to more than 1,350. By this time next year, all remaining zip codes in the state will be included, implementing universal childhood lead testing statewide. IDPH is committed to building brighter futures for our children and families, said IDPH Director Dr. Samir Vora. This latest expansion of lead testing list brings us closer to achieving the ambitious goal of universal statewide testing. There is no safe level of lead in the blood. Early detection and intervention are critical tools to help protect Illinois kids from serious health and developmental challenges caused from lead exposure. Lead exposure can lead to damage to the brain and nervous system, slowed growth and developmental, behavioral, and learning difficulties, and more. More information on lead exposure can be found at Lead Poisoning Prevention. Microsoft has unveiled a new medical tool fueled by artificial intelligence that it claims far outperforms human doctors in diagnosing complex ailments. Mustafa Suleyman, who formed an AI health unit for the tech giant last year, told Financial Times for an interview published Monday that the company is nearing AI models that are not just a little bit better, but dramatically better than human performance, faster, cheaper, and 4 times more accurate. The Microsoft AI Diagnostic Orchestrator, or MAI-DXO, he added, will be truly transformative. A Jewish advocacy group harshly criticized Democratic Socialist New York City mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani over the weekend for posting a sick video mocking Hanukkah and cosplaying Jews, the New York Post reported. Mamdani shared a video on his X account last year from the Gita Brothers duet group, which showed 2 men wearing wigs, dancing behind a menorah, spinning dreidels, and celebrating with Punjabi-style music. The pro-Jewish group Stop Anti-Semitism group wrote on X that Zohran Mamdani posts Indian men cosplaying Jews, spinning dreidels, and lighting the menorah. The post continued that for our holidays and traditions are sacred and not for your comedic pleasure. This is sick. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Bridget. See you next time.